Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. So if you were fortunate enough to see my recent unboxing video where I got a load of stuff from Mark in the US, you'll know that I got loads of stationery packs. And this is the third part of this cleaning series where I'm cleaning all of the stuff I got from that big box full of Jurassic Park stuff. So I hope you'll join me today as we go through and just clean each of these. So first of all, I'm just going to move this big stack over to one side. And we'll start with this one, the Jurassic Park Paint by Numbers set. So this was made by Golden in the US. They also made children's books related to the franchise. And I like the splash of blue and yellow going on here. So this is $3.49. And actually the box is in really nice condition. So I've done really well to get this set in such prime condition. A lot of these sort of boxes get beaten up over the years, so it's always nice to find one that looks brand new. And you can see here most of the dust has gathered on the top here. The rest of the box is in pretty good condition, but I will give it a gentle wipe over. So as per the previous videos, I've got a Tupperware box here, and I've just got some water and detergent in here. It's lukewarm water. And I'm just going to take a cotton cloth, dip that in and get the cotton cloth near dry. We don't really want much moisture on this cloth. It's just to lift the dust off of the surface. We don't actually want to make the collectible wet. And I'm just going to wipe off the top here. Very satisfying. And you can see instantly how dark that makes the cloth. So we are taking a lot off of the surface. It's mainly that top surface that just due to gravity, dust was falling on that. I'm just going to give the rest of the box a wipe just to ensure any traces of dust are all cleaned off. And then what I do is, you can see I've got brown paper here on this side of the table. I just let it dry overnight just to be on the safe side. And then I tend to wrap my collectibles in cellophane. So if you want to see the whole process, check out parts 1 and 2. You can see me cleaning these collectibles. And there's a few little tricks along the way as well. And I'm just going to put the box here to dry overnight. So next we have this maker card set. I haven't seen this one very often, to be honest. This is one of those rarer sets. It's made by a company called Noteworthy in the States, and this one doesn't look too bad in terms of the dust. So I'm going to give this one a quick wipe. I can use the same cloth, and I'm just going to try and see if there's any dust coming off. There isn't too much, to be honest. This is quite a clean specimen. So I'm just going to give this one a gentle wipe. Just make sure it's nice and clean. It's always nice when things look new in box and you've just added them to your collection. And, you know, you could do harm if you were using a really wet cloth and, you know, that saturated the paper or the glues, then you could do harm. So you've really got to do this gently and with not much water. Okay, so that one can just join the Paint by Numbers set to dry. Next we have this 4-in-1 poster set, and I don't know how much you can see this on the camera, but there is some dust on the surface of this one. The box itself is in really stunning condition, and actually you can see there's a layer of dust that's formed on that top surface, so that's probably where it's going to need to clean the most. I'm actually going to get a fresh cloth here because I've already taken off some of the dust on the other collectibles. And I don't want to add that dust back to this box. And it's really built up here. Don't know how well you can see that, but it's really coming off on the cloth there. Really making the cloth dark, so get right into that crevice. Don't want to touch that label too much because that's paper. So that's Toys R Us, and it says it was $4.99 back in the day. So it seems like most of these things, from what I can gather, were bought around 1994 when they were on discount. And they're in stunning condition. So very lucky to have these. Just take off the surface dust on this box. Here we go. Just being gentle, really. A little bit on the corner there. And you know, this is quite relaxing. It's quite therapeutic, getting your collectibles clean, taking good care of things. So I do recommend it if you're a collector, or even if you're not a collector, just having a good old clean of something, or getting something back up to condition where you're happy with it. It's always very relaxing. And I do suggest, if you haven't already, check out the video where we unboxed these. It was with my daughter, and we had a great time getting all of these out. It was really nice to see them all as they came out of the box. So let's put that 4-in-1 poster pen set over there. That looks fantastic. Okay, so next we have these Magic Cling window scenes, and this one's a little bit faded. Again, has a layer of dust on the top there. This one includes the original receipt, which is interesting. So this was from Walmart. Window cling scenes, $2. So not very much. I imagine this was on discount as well back in the day. Now, I'm in two minds as to whether to try and get that sellotape off. I think I will leave that for now. I could try with maybe a heat gun, but it's so near to the edge that I'm worried that it's going to like tear off the surface. So let's just have a look at this artwork on the back. Look at this. So it tells you paint the window clings, you peel them off, and then you apply them to your window, and you can see the light come through. And these are the ones that are contained in the box. So we've got one of the visitors centre, the helicopter, T-Rex, a nice blue spitter there, the baby Triceratops, the jungle explorer, the Jurassic Park gates there, a raptor, and what looks like there maybe like a, I don't know, is it supposed to be a Gallimimus? I don't know. But yeah, very nice. Simply lift and press again. Very cool. A bit like the colour forms in the last video, but for your windows. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my Tupperware, which has got some nice warm water and detergent. I'm just going to dunk the cloth and get it as dry as possible. Getting there, nearly done. It's been quite an epic clean, this one. But the box of stuff has been amazing. I mean, I never expected to come across this stuff. And it's quite US centric, so you don't get this stuff very often in the UK. So you can see how brown that is. So that's the dust being lifted off. Okay, I want to be careful with this receipt. I'm just going to give the box a quick wipe, gentle wipe, get the surface dust off. Always nice knowing the history of these objects. You know, how did the person buy it? What was it for? Why was it not opened? How was it kept in such good condition, and why, you know? These are the kind of questions I ask myself. How has it survived so long? But the box is just, it's just incredible. Just try and get this mark off of this sellotape. I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. Okay, and the window scene's set. I'm going to just place like that at an angle. Just going to have a cup of tea in my 30th anniversary mug. So I hope you've enjoyed this journey of cleaning. I know it hasn't been the most thrilling of videos, but it's been a nice journey getting all of these nice and clean. Kind of taking a look at each collectible a bit closer. And this one's interesting. So this is the stamper set. And the Toys R Us label, which I'd want to retain as much as possible at the top there, is peeling off. So I'm tempted to clean this one off and then maybe try gluing that one back on. Okay, so let's get started. As per usual, we've got the dust there on the top layer. Let's get this one nice and clean. Be careful with that sticker. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. Okay, there we go. Some sort of brown residue there. Probably could use maybe some sticky stuff remover. We'll come back to that. And let's do the reverse. Is a bit dusty here on the back. Creative fun activities. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, there's a bit of dust at the top there. Just going to wipe that off. So this is this brown spot I was telling you about, and it looks like it's probably some glue residue left over. So I've just got some buds here, and I'm just going to put some sticky stuff remover on one of these buds, and I'm just going to see if it helps lift off this brown mark. It might not. What I tend to do is just leave it there for a minute or so. Let it do its magic. Okay, so it's been about a minute or so. I'm just going to see if I can lift off this brown mark. It is coming off. I can see it on the bud. It looks like maybe it was someone's pen that had gone onto their fingertips and then they transferred the prints to the box. That's good. I'm going to leave that. That's enough. And then I'm just going to check out this streak over here. That one I don't think is going to come off. It looks like a scratch. And there's a little one here. Or that one is coming off. It's like a little bit of glue residue. So that's coming off. So this scratch, I don't think. It's kind of like a scratch into the cardboard. So I don't think that's going to come off. But everything else has come off and that's looking quite nice. So when this dries, the sort of grease mark that's left behind there will disappear and it will look good as new. So it is worth doing that. Okay, so here's this price label, and what's happened is the glue on the reverse has dried over the years, and that means that it's not sticking down anymore. Now this is for my personal collection. Obviously, if you were looking to sell this on, you'd have to be transparent about any restoration or preservation work that you've done. But I'm using here some white PVA glue, sometimes called wood glue. If you leave it overnight, if it's cardboard or even wood, it won't come unstuck. It's a really strong bond. So what I'm going to do here is just put some PVA on the underside here of the label. I'm just using a bud to lightly apply some PVA. Don't want too much because I don't want to have too much to clean up. Just draw a bit out to the edges there, just a small amount. Okay, that looks good. And now what I'm going to do is just stick that down. Just going to get a piece of clear acrylic and put that there. And then I'm going to put some weights on it. So there we have it. That's the clear piece of acrylic. You've got the sticker there and the 1, 2, 3 blocks weighing it down, and that should dry there. It's got enough room around it to let the air circulate. So next day, it's been 24 hours. And we'll just see how this came out. I want to be gentle. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There's not much glue residue. Sometimes PVA can leave a sort of shiny finish, but not too much of it came through. So I'm pleased with that. Good stuff. If you want to see me wrapping, check out part 2 of this video. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this journey, and rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.